for all the work that goes on out at the park, not just people moving towards projects and so forth financially, but just being out there and doing labor. And this year has been no exception with a lot of the stuff that we have going on out there with scout projects, individuals, families coming out, schools, just really coming in from all different places. And some of those that we had this year, this is just a partial list, is some of the work down at the Jefferson site to do clearing down there and plant grapevines again, clearing trees at the banner restoration sites. Got our last entrance forum put up at the north entrance, trail constructions and improvements. Just getting the park ready in the spring. That's one day that Hempstead comes out, just help get the trails cleaned up and breaking and that kind of thing. Helping with giving programs, invasive species removal. AmeriCorps was in this summer working on trails, and the list just continues, so I'm not going to go through all those. But last year we did start, well, we have been keeping track all the time of hours, and everybody we know that comes out there. I do have a lot of what I call ghost volunteers. I see things are being done. There's litter been picked up, but I never know who does it. So if you know who they are, thank them. But we did start giving out certificates of appreciation to those that get up to 200 hours. And of course, some people do that real quick, and others, it may take a couple of years with coming out every now and then. But we'd like to recognize those, and then we also have some other volunteers as well. So I'll read these off, and I guess if you want to just raise your hand, we'll pass them down the line to try to get you up here. Jack Rowling. The University of Dubuque. This is one of those organizations that doesn't take them very long when they bring 350 students out in one day. So, Dana Livingston. Is Doug Sander here? Nancy Wright. Howard Higley. Most of these, the rest of these are scouts, and I don't know how many of them are here, but Nathan Dolter. Alex Lucier. Brian Donner. I know some of these are off to college already, so Jameson Bauer. Zach Markoff. Dan Meyer, Matt Mueller, Travis Fishneck. These are just all the scouts that we had projects this last year, and John Talent. And one person, for some reason I don't have your certificate, but I'd like to have Ty Zerker come up. The reason I asked him to come up, every year the Iowa DNR does allow staff to send in an application to nominate people or groups or organizations for awards. And like all the scouts and everybody, there's organizations I did send in, but one of them stood out to them. I don't know who scores everything and so forth, but Ty this year, I don't think he's got the email yet, so they told me he's been picked for the Youth Award for the project. This was done for his Eagle Scout project, and he undertook the clearing of a pretty good sized area down by the Pine Chapel, the walls down there and so forth, and getting that all cleaned up. So you should be getting an email. If you don't, let me know. They'll have a ceremony somewhere in Des Moines later on. So congratulations.